Even look at Cinderella.
Now we're recording.
That was a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Everybody shitted on it.
Well, they tried to make it feminist bullshit.
Yeah, and it backfired.
Enough choking, Jesus Christ.
Like I said, if I ever somehow wanted to make a show or a movie from my book, I'm better off going to Amazon or Netflix.
Yeah, so a bunch of HR women can come along and say it's not gay enough.
You want gay? Fine. There'll be 2 gay dragons in the back kissing. Is that better for you?
No, that's not enough. They have to have, like, main roles. And then the main male character cannot be masculine. Because if you want to make him masculine in any way, he has to get raped by something in the butt. And like
no, Daddy, no!
Now, here comes Mag.
Here comes Mr.
God forbid if those people get a hold of my stuff. And they will.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep. Okay, guys, today we're drawing fan art of my character being used
Today
by
Today we are drawing Mag Tempest. Yes, the names too were deliberately chosen to be where they cannot be shipified.
He thought ahead.
Yeah, they're still gonna do it. And I'm still gonna put a bullet in my head.
No! No bullet. Those are not allowed.
Excuse me, sir. I'd like to get around you. Thank you. I
Bullets
said
are banned.
thank you.
What the fuck you think you're doing? Ripper, get the fuck out of here.
Of course I get pushed all the way around.
Jeez.
And then...
What's with all the bully?
Well, that's just me. I was fighting to keep the car from spinning and being back ass first. And having to turn all the way around. Because I got spun around by the Peugeot. This white car right in front of me, that's the Peugeot.
Peugeot.
Yeah, see Peugeot?
Peugeot dong. Peugeot ding dong.
Thankfully, this engine's naturally aspirated, so I don't have to deal with turbo lag.
Aspirated.
Naturally aspirated.
I can't fit any more.
Aspiration is another way of saying breathing.
Breathing.
Poor Mag. Even his adoptive parents say he's been through too much. And then Ruby quickly getting to her feet after doing bad stuff. There's a knock on the door. Up and off.
Knock on the door. Oh no.
God damn you, motherfucker! I'm in 3rd fucking gear. With racing softs, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
But,
Now to collect all these beds and
Alright. So, as I was gonna say, remember when this car cost $5,000? The one that's right next to me? Now behind me? Yeah, when this update came out with this race and the Hyundai and that car, that's what it was. Alright, I've got third place. Thank goodness. I cannot wait for the next update. Brand new Group 1 cars. And they're probably going to be doing some more endurance races. We might get a Lasarth for 2 hours.
Ooh.
New grind races, new grind races, new grind races. I'd love it. It'd probably be the worst update ever because here I am playing incredibly long races.
We love long races.
God, that sector is so hard for cars. Well, it's the last lap. I'm not going to catch the leaders. Sub 1 minute lap, though. Or sub 2 minute lap. But yep, I'll read to chapter 5 today, and then I'm going to pick up book 1. Which is on the shelf, conveniently.
Are you really going to reread that whole thing?
Why not? I mean, I didn't really read it.
What do you mean?
Well, it's been a long time, and plus there were long gaps between portions of it. I mean, it took me months to read. Meanwhile, the other 4 books, we did it within a month.
Yeah.
Talking about like a book every 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, we went through those like crazy.
Well, they're good. I'm like, oh, Fate, you should buy your next book. So this time we're like, Fate, buy all 5 of the books. I did hear Dragon Slayer is going to get a graphic novel. It's okay though, the next book that comes out isn't until like December or something. Hold it straight.
We should have all of them read by then. Right.
Oh, definitely. Like the entire series done by then. Including the graphics. Which reminds me, I need to find a bookmark that's thin and soft for the graphic novels. I don't think it's a good idea to use an aluminum bookmark on pages that are like lightly laminated and inked.
Yeah.
I think it will...
Mr. Yellow, what color
Leather.
would you like your armor? Your armor
Huh.
trim.
Huh?
What color would you like your armor trim?
I don't understand that last word you're saying. What?
What color would you like your armor trim?
Armor trim?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
But it's your color.
Make it... chartreuse.
I don't think that's a color on here.
Good, then it's whatever you want.
Because you got lapis, redstone, diamond, gold, iron, resin, amethysts, which make it purple. You got purple, blue, orange, green. You use green for emeralds.
Purple bread.
Purple bread.
Oh my god, now she's adding a braid? After, like, cutting a small piece off? What? 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 And they're using a razor blade to slice, like, the outside of the dough.
Huh.
And it looks like little leaves. What? Oh. I reposted it on Twitter if you want to watch it. Kestrel is red, Tsunami is blue, and Clay is hungry, which is nothing new. That's right, Pride Month is almost here. Time to kill ourselves.
Aren't you ready?
Hide your kids. Seriously, hide your kids. They will get raped.
Gotta hide Rebel. Gotta
Hide Rebel. I have to turn his account off for a little bit. He is getting raid limited like crazy. It is bad. Even I'm not seeing his stuff.
What? You're being active?
Hey, there it is. There it is. There it is. Remember the Jaguar I was telling you about? The Jaguar LMP car?
Yeah.
There it is.
Woohoo!
Faggot. Alright, ooh, Corolla. Or Celica. Ooh. Hey, look, there's another Jaguar, XJ13.
Check it away,
Okay, I have to ask, is there an XJ9? Life of a Teenage Robot? Jaguar XJ9. Oh, yeah, that's that right there. Yep, that's the XJ9. It's R9, but still, I'm pretty sure the street-going version, because the way these LMP cars work is they're basically sports cars, so they could use large displacement engines. So basically, it has blinkers, taillights, reverse lights, headlights, blinkers. It has everything it needs to be street legal. So yes, this car is street legal. And
You'd
I'm
never
pretty
find
sure
anybody driving that on the road.
the XJ9 is probably the street going version.
It's a baby drown. Oh my god, look at it! Look at it! Get up here, little shit. I'm gonna murder your ass. Should have listened to your father.
I would probably be the worst person to ask if there are any loopholes in the story.
In story?
Because from my perspective, I'm tying everything up. And if you take Rebel Moon, for instance, I'm pretty good at finding interesting loopholes. Fun fact about this car, the bolts on the driver's side, or well, passenger side, are blue, but on the driver's side, they're red. You notice it?
Yeah.
Okay, what am I going to do with my life? Oh, look, it's a Skyline 2000 GTR. 1973 Skyline. I'd love to have a 1973 Skyline. I'm going to purchase another one. I don't know why, I just want another one. Waiter, give me another.
Yay, the big eyesore minecart bridge has been destroyed. Hooray.
That we just weren't raised by. When it was them who raised us. Our desires. Dominoes of society continue to for some reason.
Look at that. What a pretty car. Now watch as I fucking butcher it.
What a Chad.
Oh, butcher. Butchiger.
Billy Butcher?
BBS. We need black BBS rims, but nothing.
BBL?
No, those look too way crazy. Work? Oh yeah, the triple.
While the consequences of all this yet to play out in reality, their demise has given us a critical opportunity.
Yokohama.
So many different foundations.
Yokohama.
As we do, we're rapidly discovering that all the presumptions of modernity are
NK.
not fallible commandments from the heavens. The many directives that we've been given from the older generations have turned out not to be immovable laws of nature. In fact,
American Racing. Looks too American.
It looked too American.
Motegi, no. KMC. That's like a modern, like, SUV rims. Bro, what?
Ooh.
You know what? That might just work.
Yeah.
So what is on there? Those are called beadlock.
In our position, this outright, if the deal that is now being offered no longer makes any sense to
Oh,
us,
we're
we
glitched.
know for certain that the reward for our suffering now will simply be more suffering later. Because of that assurance, we decided that this trade simply isn't working long, but to understand how we got
It looks kind of off-roady.
what the promise of our future once
Off
was,
front?
and what
Nah, side?
it all seems to start with the question: what are you going to do for love? It originally began
Wingless.
and no matter how ambitious we were,
I like that standard ducktail. That's it. That's all I'm doing to it. Adding rims.
Nothing can hold us back besides the limitations we chose to impose on ourselves, as we then demanded to strive for life.
I like how I posted the dirt size thing. And like,
Yeah.
oh, it's happening, so here's a size and look for you guys to use. Especially with the new scavengers part are about the size of a human holding a squirrel. Rule. Each anatomical analog is 2 meters, 6.5 feet. 6.5 feet tall, above average human. Feel free to use it. And the big rock is for scale. Oh, and Wild was like, he accidentally did a wow, big lady. He did. Let me see if I can find it.
Pretty lady.
To what's her face? Ruby. There you go.
Swapped out the classes. Started to feel responsibilities. Grades were no longer arbitrary. We're suddenly being evaluated actually A's, B's, and F's. This transition had technically brought us into the realm of
Let's take a few laps about the Nerby. Right. 24 hours. Afternoon. What kind of tires come stock on this car? I'll probably go with the medium compound. Oh, they got comfort mediums on. Alright, sounds good.
All I want for Christmas
is juice to die.
Sure.
The best part is this car isn't so insanely fast that comfort mediums are unable to handle it.
We began to tremble at what our true college might be. Saw C+. Each step we took was said to be even more consequential than we did in the last. And while we found ourselves tumbling toward our 18th year on this planet, that once optimistic question about our future had more than something unrecognized. The curiosity and enthusiasm for what we were going to
Curiosity killed the cat.
Stern interrogation for how exactly it builds. It says the sand in the hourglass.
He's on the Nordschleife.
Expire.
Yep, practicing the truck. Specifically the 24-hour one.
He's practicing.
I need to get good at it if I'm ever going to beat Max Verstappen.
He must beat Max Verstappen.
And so our noble aspirations for life, meaning, and purpose were now being dismissed as naive. We even thought about what might happen down market before we rambled on our juvenile and unrealistic plans. To the adults in our lives, there was nothing more terror-inducing than the idea of economic
Max Verstappen.
And though we can recall ever hearing about any of our acquaintances starving or even losing a roof over their head as a result of economic hardship, material risk was nonetheless seen to be just as painful and unavoidable as death itself. We apparently had an obligation to mitigate as much as we possibly could. Our ambitions were only as viable as the ability to weather a recession was employed. In order to achieve this life of permanent security and comfort, we were told to look to the
Alright, these tipped arrows are fire resistant. Well, that's lame.
Held the power to transform us. The older generations promised us that if we worked hard, dedicated ourselves, and took on enormous amounts of debt and not even bankruptcy could discharge.
Hopefully the other 7 that are in will be better.
Because by the very nature of our name on that diploma, we miraculously get bestowed a certain set of skills the job market simply could not ignore. Upon graduation, we were promised that our resumes would be devoured by many Fortune 500 companies anxiously. The next round, our professionals to crop up. We'd ultimately be spoiled with riches, salaries reaching almost $100,000 per year, stock options, insurance, and even a generous match to our 401k. The safest route to attaining these untold riches STEM, that was the absolute response.
Yeah, STEM degrees are a scam now.
Now they
Yeah.
I took STEM in college when I was younger.
this direct
I wanted to be a surgeon, but then I found out it was a racket. It's not worth.
Weakness.
It's more. You have to squeeze the fruit to the point of shattering your hands to get even a drop of juice. That is medicine. They've artificially made it hard. It's artificially difficult. And then you have to deal with DEI initiatives. So you might not even get residency after spending all of that money to go through medical school and all that. You might not even get residency because you're white.
This is Tyrone. He'll be your doctor. So nigga.
Sup, nigga? And he's like a C
You ever
student.
been operated by a hood doctor before? No, but you're about to.
Oh, my entire screen did a flashy flash. Now that means this TV's probably going to go bad
But
in
you
less
just
than a
bought
year.
that.
I know. And I waited a whole month for it. I think I was taught
because they sent it to you and it didn't work.
it was broken.
Yeah, it was broken.
They sent it to me shattered.
Still hate them for that.
Yeah. My heart hurt because of that.
My wallet would have hurt because of that. What are these?
Our once boundless perspective of what we have in the past.
More fire resistant arrows. You guys are literally turning out to be useless. Don't make me murder you.
Away from all the emotions that should have governed our desire to be true, and instead toward the great impact of the end.
I will replace you guys in a heartbeat.
Which was finding a way into the professional engineering class. This was gained of
I'll forget the arrow tips and put some more.
You know what's funny about finding a way into the managerial class? It was basically because, you know, the women will take less money, but it was basically like a fucking gold platter for young women. And it was turned into unobtainium for young men. Like, the majority of HR people, like 78% are women. And HR does nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
All our extra. Nevertheless, we were told that once we got handed that diploma, we could exclude and find ourselves ready for the next phase of our lives. Despite our proximity to until we started hearing rumors. Rumors that a few guys in our circle had managed to already steal themselves one of those few seats of security. They had snagged jobs at companies like Saks and Facebook. How wonderful would our limited page look if we could also get something like that? And what was even more stomach was learning that some of them were going to make it close to them. You see, a 6-figure salary was treated as the sole delineator between lifestyle and winners. You had passed that benchmark right out of the gate, what you had already made. Pressure was relieved right away in that case. We all thought that if we could just get across that green filter, it would be all we'd ever need, making $100,000 would satisfy both our egos and our material needs. So we sent out resumes to every company we could find and blessed and happy with a job that would provide us with high social status as well as abundant material resources. Strange, despite all this collective whatever obligation and almost nobody ever stopped to consider what it would ultimately be like to actually work in these jobs. All we could see was the superficiality, what was the salary, how would it look in our Instagram life. It felt like we were in a grab and dash free for all to see and secure themselves the most lucrative, high status, and flashy job. But next to nobody had considered what we would be doing for most of our time. No one had thought for a second about what we offered society at the time. And after meeting terms and conditions thus so, almost none of us had been lucky enough to land a job that fit the criteria of what we had wanted. As a result, many of us looked inward to try to figure out what had gone wrong. We once been told that we had this indestructible potential, And yet here we were, having to find ourselves entry-level jobs that looked obvious in the eyes of our elders were young, untested, and totally fake. A simple nod and a "that's nice" was all we got now as we explained. Something must have gone wrong with us. We chose the wrong major. Maybe we weren't smart.
Man, this car is just slow enough to where brakes are almost optional.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm 8 minutes in. I mean, this car is almost as fast as the Dacia Logan. 12-minute lap, right?
Yeah.
Fast approaching the first day of a novel life. Although we didn't quite know what to expect, some concern was slowly settled. Whenever we passed by the stale office parks on the highway, flat roof land stuck over.
I'm so happy a regular production car was at the Nürburgring 24. That's adorable.
The reluctance that came after this question wasn't rooted in some juvenile, obstinate attitude of work. We very much understood and accepted the fact that work was inextricable from life.
Here's the jump.
But we did want to know more about what this would actually be like to start. So to try and get some more context, we consulted with many adults in our lives who had also once made that brave transition into the world. Our questions weren't steeped in pessimism or optimism, just curiosity. And when we asked the question about what it would be like, we had sort of been expecting a firm reassurance that everything was going to be just fine. We thought we were going to be told 9 to 5 life wasn't so rushing into the world. But we didn't get that reassurance. Instead, we were told not to worry. It's although we would almost certainly hate it, and take comfort in the fact that everyone else also did. And apparently, hating how to spend.
Who sent me a message? Who dares?
Me.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Some of us wondered if
Did he reply
Yes.
randomly out of nowhere?
Yes. You know what? I need to start making my good old sandwiches again.
This race is so boring to him. He replied to the RP.
I need to make my sandwiches. They had
Wow.
what was on it? Shredded
This
cheese.
car might just be faster than the Dacia Logan.
It had bacon bits on it too. Not the crunchy kind, the real kind.
Oh, that's right. I've got 5 gears. I forgot to use them.
You just nerfed yourself.
I was just sitting there redlining. I gotta look up the Dacia Logan on the Nürburgring and make a car that is as fast as it. Because I'm 10 minutes in, and the Dacia Logan took 12. And I'm using, like, comfort tires. In a 1973 Skyline, for fuck's sake.
Grab our pen and let out a big sigh.
1979.
We logged into our Microsoft account.
Alright, that an 11-minute lap. Oh, did you see what I sent from Wild?
Yeah, I saw.
Big lady.
Hi,
Wow.
big lady.
Wow. Big lady.
And there's people out there that say, please say
what
no more.
was the horsepower for the Dacia Logan in the 2026 Nürburgring 24-hour? 210 horsepower. So it has a Renault Megane RS engine. So it's got 280 horsepower.
Arrow of invisibility. Ooh, that's not too bad.
This thing has 157 horsepower. And I did a faster lap than the Dacia Logan. Oh my god.
He locked in.
What is the average lap time for the Dacia Logan?
Right.
2026 Nürburgring 24-hour. Ranging from 10 minutes 20 seconds to 11.
What was your
It's
time?
fast. It clocked a fast lap of 11:03.438. My lap time, data logger, because I can pull it back up, doop-a-doop-doop-doop-doop, was 11:18.
Ooh.
So I'm just slightly slower than it. How do you like my racing line?
Eh.
You get to see how yellow drives.
Actually, I'm driving. You see? Look at that.
You suck.
That would have been the right question to ask him.
I just do it so naturally. What the fuck? Watch the way I come in and I do an ellipse turn. So I come in at one point and then go out. Oh my gosh. And I don't even do it on purpose. I just do it. You know, that's like the best way to take corners.
Ye.
Oh no. Oh. Ever since they've added this, it's like it's a big old ego boost because I'm seeing like a professional racing line.
Started to wonder why.
That's why I have such a hard time getting fastest laps because I'm already really good. I'm literally fighting for crumbs. We're still in the GP point of the circuit.
Looked around the office and watched this still body staring at a screen like we're supposedly generating money for what was really being done. We would look out the window and see men wearing neon vests, digging ditches, and remember what everybody in the older generations had said. They had warned us that if we weren't careful, we'd turn out like those. We didn't want to grow up to be somebody so that we were relegated to work with our hands and on our minds. A crushingly embarrassing fate.
All right, let's see how consistent I am in the actual Nordschleife.
Why they deserve it. Check as a result.
Oh, it's so obvious. I've memorized everything. Just based on the lines and the pre-positioning for everything. Oh no. Oh. I've memorized the track fate.
You did?
Yeah, it's clear. Just look at the way I'm positioning the car on the track.
Yay.
Just here comes the corner, that long portion of the turn, and here comes that one long turn, or that sharper turn at high speed. Ready? I'm going wider and wider and wider, anticipating the turn. And then I go around it close to the edge before getting closer. Oh.
He cheated.
Instead, everyone wanted to make insider bets on the Jewish casino that is the stock market, sell the same patch of dirt over and over.
The Jewish casino, the stock market.
Sell poison disguised as healthy supplements. Get lucky on a crypto.
Here comes, look at this. Look at me prepping up for the turns.
charity cost the entire economy focused on rent seeking. No value creation, just a manipulation of the political and economic infrastructure to make their precious line go up. And to achieve this outcome, morality had been entirely left out of the equation. The most profitable men of our age often reach their success through the type of behaviors exhibited by the Sackler family, who had essentially begun the opioid epidemic in America through their marketing of Oxycontin as a non-addictive scientific solution. But this sort of thing wasn't just relegated to certain industries with such devastating consequences. It could happen in benign industries just the same, because we also watched as companies like Driscoll caked their tasty, innocent looking strawberries in countless poisonous chemicals. And while their actions are
I hate myself.
No.
So a 250 horsepower car, or 280 horsepower.
system that magically exonerated. Oops, didn't read the fine print. Sorry, boy. We just happened.
Can I get a list of cars in Gran Turismo 7 with 280 or less horsepower? Oh, fuck.
And they all did get
Horsepower.
Fall right before our eyes in every direction. All this economy seemed to produce were products that were either imaginary or poisonous, built and managed by soul-crushing female jobs that mostly just built locomotive units and could only divvy out paychecks that were merely digits on a screen.
So it's got the same power as a Toyota Supra, Mazda RX-7, Nissan Skyline R32. I think I have one of those stock. Right.
Yeah.
And they were occupied by the most open live. And yet, those people were the ones who got to
Manufacturer.
Stop that all our lives. We're actually the ones moving it in a tangible way right in front of us. It didn't matter where we looked throughout society.
R31. That's 207, and the R32. R32, that's not it. R31.
Right. What this meant all been entirely divorced from each other. They had depegged and had been left to float around unencumbered by one another. And this was why
R31, R32, 306 horsepower. 500 horsepower. 319. There it is. This is the car. Fairlady Z. It has 276 horsepower. It's rear-wheel drive, not four-wheel drive, which will be the difference. Alright, let's get some nice wheels on it, shall we?
In fact, those who worked the hardest and most honestly often earned the least and were ridiculed while we didn't know what to do because despite the
Enki? What do we have? 5-spoke star.
We still wanted to strive for a life that resembled what we once promised to go. In our early 20s, our trajectory we were on assumed that everything would sort itself out down the line. But now, as we tumble toward our mid-20s, we can no longer deny the frightening economic emergencies staring us in the face. Our parents and the parents of almost every one of our friends had all been married by the time they were our age. Many of them had multiple children by then. And if they hadn't purchased their first house before 30, it was only just around the corner for them. Almost none of us remember growing up in an apartment, but here we were, struggling to pay our monthly rent for our studio while barely having anything more than $50 a month left over to save after groceries, gas, and utilities. Then we realized something. Whatever this force was that had torn society away from the fundamentals of reality was not finished in its project. It was still burned. Even worse, it actually seemed to be gaining more and more momentum. At one point, it had been a controlled burn, kept away from those who had been so relentlessly capitalizing on such strange and exploitative circumstances. But now, the flames were finally licking the boom. who were the most privileged generation perhaps in all of humanity. They didn't react like you'd expect. There was no red alert response team who tried to come in and fix the bugged foundation of society. Just a stale scout. And as we waited for them to step in,
Custom parts front. Let's just add that, yeah, a little aerodynamic package.
But when we did, I can't stand it when I see kids spend $20 for lunch. That's just think about that context that what it
We add a tow hook, roll cage, as it's required.
grind our whole lives under LED lights in the pursuit of maybe becoming a senior vice president.
Car paint, real car paint. We're gonna go to manufacturer, ABCD of GHG can only QRC, Z, L, M, N. Can't forget burgundy.
Yeah.
Oh, blade silver. Of the stuff I haven't completely all bought yet, it's car paint. Because there's just so many.
Otherwise married and entire wants to buy them while being told to buy them. To proudly destroy their purity and dump us for refusing to pay off $90,000 in debt. They then have the gall to tell us that the fact that their voice slot poison is no longer affordable is due to our selfish irresponsibility. And with such a statement, finally came the realization that we don't actually have to steal anything. In fact, we're done with the entire perspective. Done being told that our problems are either in our heads, the result of fundamental deficiencies, or that we have caused them, or even more commonly, that we just weren't raised right, when it was them who raised us. We don't accept that the solution to their disastrous society is accepting a degrading life of servility, or that we need to suffer even more so we can try to outpace the government's unchecked needs through frugality and by placing private bets in the fake Jewish casino that is the stock market. We followed your advice for our entire lives, and while your selective suffering may have indeed been worth it in exchange for the lives you are all,
Let's go to the tuners.
as society,
Let's see if we can get 5 horsepower somewhere. Too much horsepower.
because not only is your but it's also find nothing at all and even if time that way. So now we're going to do what makes right instead. This isn't actually a very hard adjustment to make. You see, we don't respect you people in the slightest. Your worldview is a sympathetic
Wait.
that isn't even noble in its false premise. You're pathetic losers that have accomplished nothing.
Okay, so how much did it weigh?
Great society.
2,315 pounds. Okay, this guy have to get some weight reductions. 600.
I'll be right back, Mr. Yellow.
All right, we're getting close. All right, be back soon. Don't leave me here.
Principle is what matters to you.
Boom, 280.
Star system is so lacking in truth. We will make sure it's and that is our general purpose. American History Z, Gen Z Strings, alright, it's out. Amazon and Marcos are still waiting for Amazon.
Goodyear Racing Slick Tires.
We've already read the book and liked it. Please go leave a review on Amazon. Not updated cover photo for it. They won't even let us list the subcategories, so we can get more than perhaps.
I'm trying to. It's not super easy to catch things you wrote. And I'm also trying to make things seem less objective from my perspective and more a problem the character has, like Magnuelis' name.
It raises a question: how is Gen Z expected to have kids when they're struggling to afford the most basic costs of living? Well, headlines frame the nation's declining birth rate as a shocking phenomenon.
He thinks it was just given to him, but that's only his perspective.
As economic conditions have children. Robbery and industrialization, children were not viewed as a personal choice, but as an economic necessity tied directly to national power and housing survival. In 1791, Treasury Secretary Alexander Hamilton argued that children would otherwise be idle, serve as a source of cheap labor, helping build domestic manufacturing. The dominoes of society continue to fall. For some reason, the elder generations are having an extremely difficult time addressing this reality with any degree. I am joined here by the great Monsieur C. Thanks for coming on, man.
All right, so we are beating a 11:03 with a fairly equivalent car. Time trial. And this is a faster car than last time, and I came very close. And this car, I mean...
On the West Coast, and didn't really see much of it growing up, and then realizing how this game is quite eye-opening. And I think everyone has that feeling today to get on and see it. Absolutely. I mean, my experience was, I guess, a little more unique. I grew up in New York City, so I was there firsthand seeing a lot of different kinds of diversity, but not so much the diversity of the country as going around. But at a very young age, I started traveling around and had a lot of money to my name. Whenever I would earn money, first job I ever had was an ice cream man. So that might be a little bit of a factor. I would say they had, and I would go on buses and I'm like, how far can $20 get me, $50 get me, $100 get me? And I would travel down to Atlantic City, out to Chicago, and I just love to see it more. And that's me to this day. The trips just get bigger and bigger, and I talk almost everywhere I go. That's really actually. I travel quite a bit internationally at this point, just because I'm interested in kind of seeing the world. But that took a while to develop that interest. How you started hopping on buses and heading around? Oh, dude, I was like 14 years old. Wow, that's at a young age. So in New York, we have what's also 40 bus terminal. That's where the grain buses are, the railway buses are. You can get using just that I imagine. I'm sure there's grain buses in a lot of them. But just having it so centrally located, I can take the train right down to Times Square, and then in a span of hours, be in a few states over. It was really cool experience. What borough? So I grew up in the borough with the largest population in the city, which is really something because I think it's unique to grow up in New York. We are the city, so a lot of people are, but yeah, and it was always jam packed. I would hear about, as I traveled around the country, towns that had smaller populations than my school. Population about 4,000, 5,000 or so. I know. Yeah, it's nice. And I think towns with populations like 2,000.
All right, so I have this car. It was using racing slicks, the Dacia Logan, and I have this car at exactly 280 horsepower, and it is around the same weight. I just have to beat an 1103. And with racing tires on, that's nothing. I mean, I've got stock suspension on, and I'm sure the Dacia had racing suspension. So I've got to fight with the car's roll a lot more.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I say it has a lot to do with the driver for the Dacia Logan just not being someone who sim races. Or races in general. Because I am just fucking ripping it, dude. I'm pulling a Max Verstappen. I mean, I would be very funny in an update. They add the Dacia Logan as a car. That'll be the first thing I do. Let's tune it up to 280 horsepower, get it nice and light. Because all I had to do to this was add an intercooler, and it was 280 horsepower. Intercooler, some aero kit, and racing hards. Look at fucking how fast I'm going. The fuck?
I spent some time in Chicago, and Chicago's not. I thought if there's anywhere that's going to be close to New York, Chicago might be it. And it didn't feel very close. It did have a lot of things I liked. But, after a few months, I was like, I kind of...
See if I can beat my timer. I've got a few minutes left. Dacia, or whatever team was running the Dacia Logan, sign me up. Sign me up for next year.
He wants to sign up.
I'll get you more than last place for the whole race. But first for this one class, because you're the only car in that class.
Dissatisfaction with both party, like, oh, what's the next option I can do? And libertarian doesn't make him a very
Ooh, bad angles for those turns, but we recovered.
And I think Trump was really the big Trump around for me, where I was starting to, like, this is where I really started debating about my libertarian buddies. And I was like, we need a secure, like, we need to focus on our domestic team. And for responsibilities, free market.
Almost binned the lap right there. And there's the lap.